welcome to the Lillian McMorris Show. We're just having fun on the set, and we're so happy that you can join us. We've got a couple of topics, actually pretty serious topics, but like I said, we're just having fun on the set, and I'm a person everybody knows in Southern Nevada. I love to have fun, but you still get the job done. I love to highlight organizations and events and programs that are happening right here in Southern Nevada, and a lot of these events and programs that people don't know. They just don't know to go. They don't know how to get information if you're in need, and that's what we try to give. Right now, I'd like to talk to Lena Walther. Welcome, Lena.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us. World Affairs Council of Las Vegas, and you're the new president.
That's right.
Yeah. So tell us about the World Affairs Council of Las Vegas.
Well, World Affairs Council is a national organization with over 60 chapters in the U.S., headquartered in Washington, D.C. Been around for a long time. Serious organization. The object is to bring awareness of global issues. We have phenomenal speakers that we bring in, normally from out of Las Vegas.
Right.
And I think we are the only organization in Las Vegas that do that. And they talk about world issues, especially when we have problem areas. We bring in some very, very focused people, and we are totally non-political. Everyone, we're open to everyone. So we're just trying to inform people what is going on outside of the U.S.
Outside of the U.S., but also includes us.
It's absolutely. We have done a lot on cyber war and things like that, which of course includes the U.S.
It's educating Americans on international affairs and foreign policy and promoting foreign exchanges.
Yep.
Now, you said your mission is enhancing global understanding and focus on the development and execution of programs that benefit, educate, and within our businesses and government. Specifically, yours is here in Southern Nevada.
Correct.
So what are you concentrating on now to educate the people here, and it is a global issue?
Well, we just had an event, January 28th, on human trafficking. It's called Not My Life. I did this a year and a half ago also in the City Hall. We had over 350 people there. We showed a documentary at that time. We brought in the film director, Robert Bilheimer, who's an Oscar-nominated film director on documentaries. On the January 28th, it was a little smaller event with speakers and a panel. And U.S. is the worst country right now. We surpassed Cambodia on trafficking. What? People don't know. So if we can bring awareness to this, it's a big mission that I have. And I've done it now 2 times through the World Affairs Council. I also done it, I talk to students at schools, I go wherever I can go and talk about it.
So what is obviously you're educating the public on sex trafficking. What can we do? What can we do? Other than education, there's got to be something more that we can get out in grassroots efforts. What are you doing with that?
Well, I like to go to more churches and talk. I can't get into the regular school system.
No.
But I can talk at UNLV, and I've done that a lot. I'm trying to put on a rock concert, because then I can get the young people.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Trying to find a celebrity that can be a spokesperson, someone they can relate to. You've got to get to the young people. It's also very important to get to parents so they understand.
There you go.
But if I can get to the young girls and boys.
What's your biggest challenge?
Trying to reach them. Trying to reach them.
Get them interested enough to listen to you. Because a lot of times we reach them, but they don't find it as an interest.
No, exactly. They can't grasp it.
What are some of the warning signs that parents need to look for?
First of all, there was an example of a girl. She lived at home for 3 years here, going to high school. Her mom is actually out speaking about it frequently. You know, they normally start failing at school. They're very tired because they are up the whole night working. Those are the warning signs. They distance themselves. And a lot of the pimp becomes the boyfriend normally. These are different scenarios how it happens. But he will become a boyfriend. Always educated, good-looking guys that you would have no idea what they're doing. And once she falls in love, that's when they start trafficking the girl. And by that time, she's too embarrassed, a lot of times, to tell her parents. And
too afraid.
yeah, exactly, and they drug them a lot. So you know, it's slavery, and they can't get out of it.
You need volunteers for your organization?
We need volunteers when we start doing some fundraising events and stuff and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. What do you want people to know in Southern Nevada about the World Affairs Council of Las Vegas?
I would like them to know that we put on a lot of interesting events. If you have any interest in what goes on in the world, you definitely should come to our events. And you can pick and choose. We also have a little more light-hearted events. I mean, we had a very, very popular one last year called American Gypsy. We had the gypsy performances, and this author was reading out of her books, excerpts. It was a lot of fun. So it's not all politically and heavy duty. We try to lighten it up in between too.
Okay. But in the meantime, still getting the word out, still educating our American citizens as to what's going on, and as you stated, enhancing global understanding. Because things that are happening, like you said, in Cambodia, but the United States has a higher percentage than the Asian communities.
Isn't that scary?
It is scary. Where does Las Vegas stand? I'm always afraid to ask.
Oh, Las Vegas is a hub. Las Vegas is a hub for trafficking.
Okay. And when you say hub for trafficking?
It's so glitzy here, so it's so easy to go under the radar. You have so many people coming here. And mind you, the worst event, which I didn't know until about a year ago, where all the girls are brought, is Super Bowl.
Okay. We're really going to get it this time, since Super Bowl is just across the border in Arizona.
I know. Yeah.
It's going to be big.
Yeah. So, but people have to start being observant. You have houses in very nice neighborhoods where girls are kept. And people have to just start being a little more observant if they see people coming and going or whatever, and alert the police to it.
And seeing a lot of times people will think drugs before they even think about human trafficking.
Exactly. And we don't only have the sex trade, we also have the domestic slavery.
Wow. That's a whole nother subject.
That's a whole nother subject.
Not My Life. Can we get this from the website?
Yes, you can look it up and you can download it from notmylife.org.
Notmylife.org. And then for the World Affairs Council of Las Vegas, where you do the education and have all the grassroots organizations for anything that is effective, not only affecting the United States, but global effect.
We also have a very interesting program that I'd like to mention. It's a very prestigious program that's sponsored by the State Department. It's called the International Visitors Program, Global Ties. We have continuously groups coming here from all over the world, picked by the State Department. Some of these are future world leaders that will come.
Okay. We're going to send them to the website so they can get more information. That's WACLV.org. WACLV.org. And we've been talking to Lena Walther, World Affairs Council of Las Vegas President. For more information on some of the global issues that they are educating our community on, 702-947-9955. That's 702-947-9955. Thank you so much, Lena.
Thank you for having me.
We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
The Lillian McMorris Show is produced by Tego and Associates Productions. Multi-camera shoots either in our studio or on location. That's Tego and Associates Productions. Give us a call at 702-509-7728.
I want to talk to a lady who had to find her way. And it's very difficult if you've been in a job or in a relationship or whatever you're doing, and all of a sudden it's gone. Specifically, Dawn Angela was in real estate for 20 years. And then all of a sudden there was no more. So she had to find her way. Please welcome Dawn Angela Mickens. And she's written a book called Timeless Rebel. And it's her journey. And it talks about some of the pitfalls, how you get there, the marriage, the kids, the starting over, being a model, being an author.
Yes.
I mean, what a journey. Let's talk about it.
Yes.
What would you have to say to is it empower, motivate, encourage, and inspire? Those are your key words.
Yes.
So when you're talking to other people about your book specifically, which is basically your story,
Correct.
how do you tell them? Because a lot of people are going through the very same thing that you lived and wrote about.
I just start from the beginning. Have you been in a place where you have felt stuck, or where have you you ever felt lost? Because I have. I simply lost my identity at the height of, like you said, 20-year career in real estate. Wife, mother. I lived that journey.
Right.
But when it came to the end of that 20-year career,
what do I do now?
Kids are grown. Right. What do I do now? And I really had no idea. So I took myself on a journey, and it was a journey of finding myself, finding my path, finding my passion. But what rang true to me was, well, what did I want to do in the beginning?
Right.
And I wanted to be a model back in my 20s. So, well, why not? What was stopping me? So I went ahead and pursued a modeling career at the age of 43. I'm 47 now. I'm still modeling, and with that, it went into also acting. So I've done a lot. I've worked with Tyler Perry, Don Cheadle, Cameron Diaz. I mean, it just took me from one extreme
to the other.
To the other. So it's a real transition from corporate world to entertainment world. Corporate woman, entertainment woman.
Let's talk about the journey a little bit, because that's what the book is about. The book is about your journey of discovery.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people who would read it would say, I'm there, I was there. How do I discover my true self? So what steps can you give to others? Because I know you're going to be going out and speaking, and you're going to get these questions.
Yes.
What steps can you give to others? Because you had to find your journey. So now you did it.
Yes.
It was cathartic to write the book. Cleansing, brought it all out, brought it all to the focus.
Yes.
But there's other people who are going through the same thing, and they're so frustrated. How can you help guide them?
Well, I've come up actually with a little guide or some steps that helped me.
Okay.
A couple of them is owning it. I call it own it.
Okay.
So be true to yourself. Know who you are. Transitioning, I call it transitioning, or the metamorphosis, the butterfly, following the butterfly. Know who you are in that step. I'm sorry, I just lost my thought.
That's okay. Know who you are, because you have to transition. It's like a butterfly in a cocoon.
It's like a butterfly, and it's like a cocoon, and you have to blossom. You have to blossom and emerge into who you are in the end.
Well, I love the way you put this. It says, having been married for 27 years, birthing 3 beautiful children and 4 dogs later, I actually absolutely had no sense of Don Angela.
Yes, I did.
So you were just totally engrossed in the family and the kids and the whole suburban life atmosphere.
Suburban life atmosphere. I've traveled the world. A part of this journey is following my husband from state to state, from being in the Navy and following his career. So even though I had my own, as soon as I got settled, I was up and moving again.
Right.
And I just made that transition one more time.
Now, how would you talk to people that you were able to figure out what you wanted to do? You went back 20 years. This is what I wanted to do 20 years ago. I pick it right back up, and you were successful in completing it. Now, what about those people who have no idea? They either don't remember or don't see that they could plausibly do that, what they wanted to do 20, 15 years ago. What sort of thought pattern would you help them with?
I'm big with the vision boards.
Got it.
Everyone's done. Everyone's done those vision boards, but I'm big with the vision boards and really sitting down, graphing it out is what I say, or creating your blueprint, your path with the vision board. So if you visualize it and you actually see it for yourself, whatever it may be, you might not know, but maybe flipping through those magazines or flipping through the book, something will pop up. I mean, even going through your Bible and seeing the scripture, and that might trigger something for you. And then you're on a road. You're on that road of decision. and then you have to make a decision.
Right.
And that's one of the hardest things we have to do, is making the decision.
And then you got to pick up not only your paper trail, but
Yes.
you've got to pick up your life and say, okay,
yes,
that's what I'm going to do. And then you have to work toward it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, you were very blessed that you have, like you said, you've got a husband, you've got kids who are behind you, and it's just, you, as you say, pursued a new and exciting career as a model, and then put pen to paper and wrote her first book. And that's what we're talking about, is Timeless Rebel. And it is her story, empowered to pursue the dream within. And that's what we're talking about. Bring it up, look at that vision board, make your vision board, look through those magazines and say, okay, well, maybe I can do that. Then you take out the maybe and you say, I can do that.
Yes, I can.
And you step up and start all over again. This is a great book for you to get. Where can we get your book, please?
You can get it at my website, which is www.timelessrebel.com. Or it is also on Amazon in the Kindle version and paperback as well.
Okay, that's good. Amazon, Kindle version and paperback, or go to Dawn Angela's website, which is timelessrebel.com, which is the name of the book, Timeless Rebel. And I breezed through it, but I read all of the reviews and everything online. And I'm going to tell you, if you're looking for a blueprint, something that you can say, okay, let me follow what she says. She gives some good ideas. This is an excellent way to start. Picking up a book sometimes is just an excellent way to start anything anyway.
Yes.
So we want to tell you, Dawn Angela Mickens, thank you so much for joining us. She's the author of Timeless Rebel. For more information, timelessrebel.com. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
We're here to help. We can help you build a beautiful mobile app and mobile website. Rely on our expertise to handle everything from start to finish affordably and professionally. Contact us for a free demo to see what an app for your business would look like.
And welcome back. Well, we're going to bring back one of our friends, and we're going to talk a little bit about the organization, what the vision is for 2015, and the new health initiative that we're working on with 100 Black Men of Las Vegas Incorporated, and the president, Mr. Joe Jones. Welcome back.
Glad to be here with you, Lily.
I am happy to have you. I love this. To create environments where children and their families are inspired to dream, challenged to achieve, and empowered to become self-sufficient shareholders in the community. That's us.
That's a powerful message.
Isn't it, though?
And that's part of the vision of how we see ourselves and what we do. A big part of our focus as an organization is on mentoring.
Yes.
And as such, we like to start small. So we focus on mentoring kids, I like to say from cradle to college, but primarily at the elementary school level through high school. And all my guys, and there's about 60 or so of us members locally in the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas, engage on a regular basis in mentoring, and we consider ourselves life skill coaches.
Right.
Life skill, because so many of the young people we work with need guidance and direction, and given some of those basic things that many of us grew up understanding in order to be responsible and to be confident in themselves so that they can respond in a positive way to education.
And I have found that a lot of our students, unfortunately, or fortunately for us, as for you all as being the 100, they don't have that role model. They don't have that positive directions and no, don't do, and yes, do in their households.
That's very true. And the analogy I often use with them and my colleagues is that when I grew up, there was what we called the village. So your neighbors and other adults could direct and guide you to do the right thing and chastise you if they needed to, and tell your parents.
That's right.
And when you got home, they would finish up where they left off. But oftentimes in today's environment, there may not be the traditional role that once existed where mom and dad are there, and oftentimes many dads are not there for the young people that we work with and try to mentor.
So how important is mentoring? January was National Mentoring Month.
Yes.
And we got lots of messages over the internet and via radio and television about mentoring, giving back, being a role model. So in your opinion, as being president of the 100, how important is mentoring?
Mentoring is so significant and essential, and I'm just so glad that it's being recognized this month. We as an organization play a vital role in delivering mentoring because that's the cornerstone of our organization. So our national organization had requested that every chapter celebrate National Mentoring Month by writing op-eds, by trying to get interviews with your local media, and even have some special forums that focus on community issues and challenges. We had the opportunity about a week or so ago to do an article for the local newspaper with myself and one of my fellow board members and 3 of our mentees at one of the 3 schools
and
that
I'm
we
tell
mentor
you,
at.
those testimonies from those young men was very enlightening.
Yes, very powerful. And when I happened to see them this Tuesday, when I mentor over at the 100 Academy, I asked that any of them had a chance to see the article because I wanted them to read how well the reporter captured their exact words and to see their beautiful picture displayed at the top of the article. So I made a copy today, and next week when I see them, I'm going to give it to them. So they can take it home, show it to their parent, and just help reinforce the positive things that they're doing. Because they really describe how their lives have changed in fairly short period of time to be more focused and behave and do the kinds of things they knew to get better grades and begin to think about their future.
Citizenship.
Yes.
Better young men.
Yes.
Now, not only do we have mentoring, but education, health and wellness, and economic development are our 4 major programs. Yes,
we do. I want to focus for a moment on our health and wellness initiative. We were fortunate to just recently receive a grant from a national organization through Coca-Cola Foundation for a grant called Healthy Living. And the focus of this grant is to provide obesity education to our youth as well as to members of the community to help them develop a better understanding of the kinds of foods they should be considering versus those they find themselves eating most of the time, and become educated about the impact of obesity and the potential harm long-term in terms of unnecessary health challenges.
And they're also giving for instance, at Wendell P. Williams, and I know we'll be putting it at our schools with our mentees, but they specifically have a trainer which gets them out of that classroom, away from that computer, away from that game, and outside and being active. And that's one of the things that we are going to be zeroing in on with that grant, is making sure that our kids are active. Yes, they have to be active. And, not all school campuses have facilities to support kids engaging in a lot of sports exercise and
sporting event activities, but that's essential to them feeling physically ready and able to respond in a positive way to education.
Now, what if someone wants to become a member and become a part of the vision of which you described, become a part of being a mentor to the young people in our community?
Okay, well, we have regular new member orientations. Oftentimes, new members, guys are referred by other members. And many of our members come from various walks of life and have a variety of professional backgrounds. And what we basically show them how to do is to get familiar with mentoring the 100 way. We just rolled out a new online mentor as well as mentee training program for the 100 organization that we deliver.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the website and a phone number.
Okay.
And people who are interested, if you're a parent and you want your child to be part of, we do have weekend mentoring programs as well at the 100 Academy of Excellence on Saturday morning. And if we have mentoring at the 100 Academy, Joe Mackey and Wendell P. Williams currently. And if you go to our website, you find out more about programs. If you're interested in either getting your child involved in our mentoring program, or perhaps you're a gentleman who's interested in becoming a member, you can always send us in a little email if you go to the website. And our membership chair, Mr. Pettaway, Brother Pettaway, will be contacting you in that respect. It's 100-100-blackmenlasvegas.com. That's 100-blackmenlasvegas.com. Or give us a call at 888-812-5455. That's 888-812-5455. Thank you, Mr. President.